सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे पुनः पुनः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। So we'll start with verse number 11. Until 10 we finished the last class. कर्धमेन प्रजा भूता कर्धमेन प्रजा भूता मयि संभव कर्धम मयि संभव कर्धम कर्धमेन प्रजा भूता मयि संभव कर्धम श्रियं वासय मे कुले श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीं श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीं कर्धमेन प्रजा भूता मयि संभव कर्धम श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीं। So Kardamena Prajabhuta. So here it talks about Praja means offspring. Praja means a child, or anyone who is a Praja is Prajai. The one who is born is called a Prajai. And Bhuta means born. So the Praja who is born. Who is the Praja here? The Praja here is the Mahalakshmi here. So Lakshmi is the Praja which is born, and it is addressed to a rishi called Kardama. So Kardama is one of the rishis, and this rishi had done penance for 10,000 years. It's an old story, so we don't have to. So according to him, according to the old Puranas, the Vishnu Purana, it is there that he was given a boon that if you do penance for 10,000 years, you will, the Mahalakshmi itself will be born to you as a daughter. So he performed a penance, and he was given that boon, and thereby the Mahalakshmi was born to him. That's why he says Kardamena Praja Bhuta. So the rishi mentioned here is called Kardam Rishi. So the rishi in the olden days, they had because the grahasthas, they were rishis, means they are all not Raja rishis. They were rishis who had wives, they had children, offspring. So the tradition that Atri, Bhrigu, Kutsa, Vasishtha, Gautama, Kashyapa, Angiras, Risheha, all these rishis were there. They followed a tradition. Right? So it is also said that she is also daughter of Bhrigu also. So Bhrigu Rishi she is also daughter of Bhrigu. And Bhrigu also was the son-in-law of Vishnu. So it is like, the stories are there. So here the reference is given for that. It is referred to the whole story where Kardamena Praja Bhuta. So just as the Mahalakshmi was born to you, O Kardam Rishi, Mai Sambhava. So you have to appear in front of me also. Mai means what? Me. Sambhavaha means happen. Sambhavanti. Sambhavaha means happening. So just as you appeared as a daughter for this rishi, same way I request you to appear before me in the form of Lakshmi, right? And he is addressed as what? Padma Malini. So Padma means lotus. And Malini means, Mala means the garland. And Malini means the one who wears a garland called Malini. So Hema Malini means the one who is wearing gold. Don't go back to the film star Hema Malini. So Hema means gold and Malini means the one who is the possessor or the one who wears the gold. It's called Hema Malini. Or so here also Padma Malini. So Padma means the lotus. Right? So the one who is adorned with the lotus flower is called Padma Malini. And this Lakshmi also is referred, it's another birth, which is called the Samudra Manthanam. So when the Samudra is when the nectar is being extracted from the Samudra, at that time many things come. Initially, all the bad objects come. That's what we saw last time. The Lakshmi we saw, right? Alakshmi. We saw the meaning of Alakshmi. So after all the Alakshmi is all gone, then the beautiful damsel comes out of the Samudra Manthanam. So everybody wants to get married to her. Everybody wants to be attracted to her. But somehow, due to the fate, she only sees Vishnu, and she wanted to marry only Vishnu. Thereby, all the asuras are also angry with her, and they have a fight with Vishnu, etc. But what it says here, there are two. One birth is given for this Kardam Rishi, another birth also is given in the Samudra Manthanam. Right? So, my Sambhava, in the same way, appear in front of me, just as you appeared in the Samudra Manthanam, also in the Kardam Rishis as a Praja. Then, Shriyam Vasayame Kule. So, Shriyam means what? The wealth. So, it doesn't talk about one wealth. Shriyam means all types of wealth. It has knowledge, power, intellect, wealth, all of them, anything which you need for a very successful and meaningful life is called Shriyam. So Shriyam must include everything. So Shriyam Vasayame Kule. So Vasayame means Vasati. Means this Shriyam, let it reside in which one? In my Kula. Me Kule. See, Kulam means what? In my Kulam, or in my tradition, or in my ancestral tradition, whatever is there, let it be continued for in my Kula. So if you don't have if I have the wealth, let my children also have the same wealth, and the children of the children also the same wealth, and let the wealth continue. So you ask for prosperity for the entire Kulam. Right? So Shriyam also means the goddess of wealth, Shri. That's why it's called Shrihi. So Sri Lakshmi, when they say, Lakshmi itself means wealth, and Sri Lakshmi means the possessor of the wealth in entirety is called Sri Lakshmi. So Shriyam Vasayame Kule. So Vasayam or Vasati, that means residing or staying in the persons. So Kulam. So there's a prayer here for Lakshmi to appear in front of you or to be with you in the family, and is described as one who is adorned with lotus petals or lotus garland. So Vasayame Kule. So you have to, the prayer is not only for the Janma, for all the Janma subsequently also. If at all somebody has a view that will be reborn again, and then you want to continue from the same wealth what you have, unfortunately you do not know whose wealth it is. You think that is your wealth, but it's not somebody's wealth. But due to our punya karma, whatever you do good, this Janma punya, you will be given a higher birth in some other family, and that family, so the structure supports the pursuit of knowledge, the pursuit of being a devout religious person. So whatever we are doing today, it is not something accidentally happening. Don't ever think that it is something accidentally I become religious It is ordained that you are religious. You are ordained that you are following something which you are supposed to be following. So it is not something, just a chance. But see, there are so many people are there. So many out of millions of people are there. And not everybody is interested in this kind of things. So if you are interested in this kind of a thing, there is some vasana, something has got stuck from previous janma. It may not be 100%, but there is some puru janma samskara which is there, which is flowing in the past. And that is what is making you continue to do this, pursue this in this janma. So that's why it says here the kulam. So the kula talks about what? The tradition of the kula. Not only this kulam, all your entire tradition. So kardhamena praja bhuta mayi sambhava kardhama shriyam vasaya me kule mataram padma malini. Next, it talks about आपस्सृजन्तु स्निग्धानि आपस्सृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिक्लीदवसने गृहे चिक्लीदवसने गृहे आपस्सृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिक्लीदवसने गृहे निच देवी मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले निच देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आपस्तुझन्द स्निग्धानि चिक्लीदवसने गृहे निच देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले. So another one is mentioned here. So Chiklida Rishi. So Chiklida also is another one is born. Okay. So Chiklida is a person who is born out of Lakshmi. Okay. So Chiklida. Then Apaha. See, Apa Sujantu Snigdhani. So Apaha means what? Water. Okay. Apaha means water. And Snigdhani means, Snigdham means that which is eatable. So Snigdham, eatables. Ajyam, actually Snigdhani means that which can be, licked. Ajyam. Right? It's actually called ghee. Snigdham means ghee. So Ajyam. Right. So you can include here not only Ajyam, you can include everything else. So Apas Sujantu means produce or manufacture or provide. Okay. So Snigdhani means, in literal meaning, it is called Ajyam, which is clarified butter or ghee. But here we include all the eatables or the products which you want to eat. So water, food. Okay. Sujantu means what? Let it come or let it be residing. Right. Where may. Right. So vasa me grihe. So in my house, let there be always be abundance of water. See, all the what are things you're asking for? You're asking for wealth. You're asking for Lakshmi to be present in all the kulams. Then you're asking for that you should never have a situation where I don't have water in my house. See, in the olden days, whoever comes, first of all, they will offer water. And in the Agraharam, you'll always find there will be two Chennai will be there. So the house will be in the middle. And there will be two sorts of areas which has got a long place where 2 to 3 people can sleep. And there will always be a mat, a pillow, water in a pot. and there'll be a glass kept there. The significance of that is not for, if you get angry, you are thrown out and sit there. Not like that. The significance of that is that any travelers, those days, people used to travel by foot and they were very tired. And often when they come at night or when sannyasis come, they do not knock on the door for anything. So they want to rest for some time and then they go next day morning. So the mat was kept up for them to use. So the mat is laid down, the pillow or whatever is there they use. Then they drink some water, so that and then they rest for some time. Then again continue. And another place they go, same thing. So in the olden days, all these things are provided to them for the travelers' benefit. So that's why it says here, apaha means if you don't have water in the house, you cannot do anything, correct? You cannot cook, you cannot make coffee, you cannot make tea, anything you can't make. Without water, what will you do? Difficult. So you require water in the house, also require water also in your physical body, also required for you to maintain your life, your body. If there's no water in the body, then the body also will shrink and it will become not functional anymore. So the prayer is actually for not only for the house, also for my own maintenance. So apaha. Then snigdhani means all eatables or that which is edible, which I like has to be there. Right? So srijantu means what? Let it be in abundance. Where do you want? Me grihe. So in my house. So griham means house. Me means my. So me grihe vasati. Right? So vasame grihe. So vasati means reside or live. So let there be abundance of water, abundance of food items, abundance of those things which I like. Let there be no shortage, sujantu, vasame grihe. So in my house, let there be always subhiksham. Let there not be any time when I can refuse food. Somebody comes to your house and say, can I have something to eat? And they say, sorry, we don't have a single grain of rice. We can't offer anything. You must be in a position to always give and not take. Because always the person who gives is always at a higher position than the person who takes it. So you should always be pray to the Bhagavan that you always have a position to give than take anything from them. Because giving is more ananda. Whenever you give something out of your own heart content, see, if you give something if you don't like, for example, old clothes, torn clothes, then you don't feel bad about it, right? You just say, it's anyway, I'm not going to use it. Let it go. But when you buy a new, shirt just from the shop, and you think you want to give it, somebody comes and says, I like your shirt. Where do you buy this one? You take it. It will not come to you. What you will do? Immediately you fold it and put it in a cupboard there. Nobody can see it. So this is actually called the Pirandanmai, or the one where you are able to give the most efficient essence to you. Right? So you should be in a position like this. That's why the prayer is there. Hey Chiklida. So Chiklida, when they say that he's a rishi, so Chiklida is another rishi who was born to Mahalakshmi. So he is the son of Mahalakshmi, and for that also he is praying to say that apaha snigdhani sujantu vasame grihe. So apaha, let water be in abundance. Snigdhani, let all the food items which I like, which I want to consume, be in abundance in my house. Vasame grihe. Right? Then Nicha Devim. Okay, Nicha Devi means what? Moreover, along with that, Devi, Mataram Shriyam Vasayane Kule. So, Mataram means what? Mata. Right? Mataram means Mata or the mother, goddess mother, Lakshmi here. Shriyam Vasayame Kule. So you continue to reside in my house, don't go away from my house. So the prayer is for the Lakshmi to be always present in the house. For that, what you should have respect for the items which is given. See, there should be respect for the things which are given by the Bhagavan. We must never abuse anything which is the product of the Bhagavan. It can be food, it can be cloth, it can be people, it can. That's why in Taittiriya Upanishad it says, "Na annam nindhya tat vradham apova annam jyotirannadham." Right. Why is it? Because annam nindhya means you must never do ninda for annam. I mean, the food should never be thrown away. If you want to eat food, you only take what is required to be eaten, which you can eat. You can take in small quantity, and then you can add more if you want. Rather than you go to any function and you take a big plate and you load everything to the full because you like that. Oh my God, this is very good. That is very good. This is very good. What about if the queue is big enough? I don't want to go again. So what you do, you take 2 plates, one for the chapati, roti, and paneer, etc. Another one for all items. You carry both hands and sit there. Then you cannot eat it because ultimately the food is spicy or the food is too rich. What do you do there? You just go and throw the food in the bin. So that is what Shastram says, Annam Nindya Tat Vradham. Means this is my vow that I will not waste food. Right? Because Apo Annam Jyotirannadam. So the reality is because we cannot even produce a single grain of rice. We can say that I'm producing. Who is producing? We cannot even produce single grain. So where is the question of us wasting any food? But for producing that 1 grain of food, you need bhumi, which is already given to you by the Bhagavan. You need soil, which is also given by the Bhagavan. You need the plant, which is also seed, also is given by the Bhagavan. Say I'll go and buy from the market. From the market also the tree has to be there. Someone has to do it. So as this existence from something come, then you need water. Then you need manure. All of us, then you need sun. You need air. All these things are required which you don't have any control over it. Can you produce sun? You cannot produce water, you cannot produce land, you cannot produce soil, you cannot produce manure, but you say that I am the owner of this particular thing called rice. In fact, we are not owner of anything at all. We don't even own the physical body. Forget about all these things. So this is the understanding what we should have here. So the prayer here is actually for the Mahalakshmi to stay in the house when we surrender this ego and then we worship the Lakshmi in the true form. That's why it says here, Nicha Devi. Moreover, so after asking for let there be abundance of water, let there be abundance of food, and you in my house and my kulam, you also stay with me for a long time. Vasayame kule. So kulam is not just this kulam, all your kulam. So there's a long prayer that as long as my kulam lives, let there be, you be there. You do not go away from me. Because when Lakshmi goes, naturally we will not be happy. So we must never be, so that's why the presence of Lakshmi is very important. This prayer is very important. So, Apas Sujandu Snigdhani Chiklida Pasane Grihe. Nicha Devim Mataram Shriyam Vasayame Kule. Apasvajhandu snigdhani chiklida vasame grihe nicha devi mataram shriyam vasayame kule. Okay. The next one, number 13. Adram pushkarinim pushtim Pingalam Padmamalini So there you will see Chandram Hiranmayim next. You should say Suryam Hiranmayim Lakshmi. Okay. So you substitute it by Chandram, Suryam. Then next verse you substitute Chandram. Because Chandra doesn't have existence of its own. The moon doesn't have existence of its own. The moon is a borrowed light from the sun. So sun is the primary light and moon is the secondary light. The stars are also secondary light. The stars and the moon are seen because of the sun being there. So the moon doesn't have an independent light. There's a thing called moonlight. Moonlight is there because sun is there and the reflection of the sun falls on this planet called the moon, and the moon emits light because of the radiance of the sun. Okay. So that's why it says Ardhram Pushkarinim Pushtim Pingalam Padmamalini Suryam Hiranmayim Lakshmi Jata Vedo Maavaha. So you look at verse number 14, you will see the same repeated. Suryam Hiranmayim Lakshmi. So when you're chanting, you interchange that. So first say Suryam, then you say Chandram. Next one. Okay. Just a correction in the chanting method. Because in the Shastram or in the Vedanta, we always worship Surya first. Suryan is the only light. There's no other light other than the sun. So Ardhram. So here also Jata Veda was here. So Jata Veda again Agni Deva is being invoked. Right? So Ardhram, when you say Daya Hridaya, means the one, Ardhram means the one who is of the nature of Daya. Daya Hridayam. Correct? Tapatre Taptana. So Daya Hridaya means the one who has got a kind heart. And Tapatre Taptana means the one who is the eradicator of Tapatrayam. So three types of Tapamas there, correct? Adhyatmika, Adidevika, Adibhautikam, Tapatrayam. So three types of Tapam or the disturbances are there or obstacles are there, which is why we chant Shanti, Shanti, Shanti 3 times mantra. So Tapatraya, Taptavati, Daya Hridayatha, Iti Ardhram. Okay. Ardhram means the one who is of the nature of kind. Then Pushkarini. So Pushkarini means the one who is rising in the lotus or rising in lotus. So Pushkarini means she is actually on a lotus, she is sitting there. So Lakshmi photo, if you see, you will always draw a big lotus and Lakshmi is sitting there. So Pushkarini means Pushkaravatim. Then Pushtim. So Pushtihi means what? The one who is nourisher is called Pushtihi. So because in the previous verse we saw that we are asking for what? Apaha Sujandu Snigdhani. So we are asking for this. So naturally when the food is there, the food also has to be nourished. Correct? So you can eat the food, but the food also has to be digested and has to be energized. So Pushtihi or growth. So she is the person who is a producer of the food, giver of the food, nourisher of the food, and the enjoyer of the food also. So Pushtim. Then Pingalam. So Pingalam means, see, Pingalam actually means, it talks about see, Bhagavat Chayan Avadharaniyam Sheetalam Manoharam Hridhi Akara Divya Varnam. Okay. I'll give you the break this, okay? See, Bhagavat Chayavan means the one who is the shadow of the Bhagavan. So the shadow of the Bhagavan, power of the Bhagavan. She is the power of Mahavishnu, correct? So Pingalam. Then Avadharini. It's not in your book, so I'm just reading from the Bhashyam which is there. So Avadharini means the one who has taken the form of the power of Vishnu's consort, Lakshmi. Avadharini. Sheetalam Manoharam. Manoharam means always pleasant. Manoharam. Then Divya Varnam. So Divyam means what? Celestial. So Divya Varnam. So Pingalam has got number one, that the little meaning is the one who is of the nature of crimson color. Pingalam. Pingalam. Crimson color. But crimson red, crimson color. But the real meaning given here is the one who is of the nature of the shadow of the Bhagavan, the consort of Mahavishnu, the one who is Manoharam Divya Varnam iti Pingalam. Okay, that's the meaning of that. Then Padma Malini. So we saw the meaning of Padma Malini before. Right? So Padma means lotus, and Malini means the one who is adorning the lotus flower, or the mala made of lotus is called Padma Malini. So belonging to the one who is aware of this Padma, Padma Malini. Then Suryam Hiranmayim. See, Suryam, when you say Surya, sun, there's no need for him to explain what is Surya. He already knows what is Surya means. So, how is Surya Hiranmayim? Hiranmayim means golden color. So, Lakshmi here is also worshipped as Surya, which is of the nature of golden color. Hiranmayim. Lakshmi. So that Lakshmi, that Mahalakshmi, he Jata Vedaha. So he Agni Devaha Ma Avaha. Right. So Avaha we saw before is you have to invoke the Mahalakshmi. So why Jata Veda is invoked here? Because the Jata Veda Agni Devata is the only one who can invoke anything. He is a transporter. So directly you cannot invoke anything. You have to go through this via media. So if you want to also go offer a puja to the temple also, you cannot directly go and do Abhishekam in the temple there. You have to go and ask first of all, go to the counter, pay some money there, take a ticket, then you go to the pujari there, you have to give this thing to him, he will go and do it, he will give you prasadam, then you take it. Right. So it's always a via media. You cannot directly enter the sanctum sanctorum just because you won't enter. So there is a person who is the transporter who takes your offering, offers to the Bhagavan, and then brings it back to Prasada. Same way here, Jata Veda also is the intermediary here. So the Devas won't accept anything, nor the Devatas will not accept anything unless you invoke the Agni Devata. So Agni Devata, Agni Karyan is always there. So Suryam Hiranmayim Lakshmi Jata Vedo Maavaha Ardhram Pushkarinim Pushtim Pingalam Padmamalinim Suryam Hiranmayim Lakshmi Jata Vedo Maavaha. Next one. Ardhram Yahkarinim Yashtim Adram Yakharinim Yashtim Suvarnam Hema Malini Suvarnam Hema Malini Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmi Jata Vedo Maavaha. So same meaning. Adram Yakharinim. Right. So Ardram, we saw the meaning before, the one who is of the nature of Daya, Daya Hridaya, Tapatraya Taptavati. Then Yashtim, when you say here, Yajna Kriya Sarupam. So Yashtim, when you say here, it is the nature of Yajnaha. So Yajna Kriya Sarupam Paramayaga Bhutam. So the one who is present in the Yagam. So the one who has come or arise, or the one who has come from the Yagam, it's called Paramayaga Bhutam. So Yashtim, when you say here, is the one who has come from the fire, from the Yaga. So naturally, anyone who comes from the fire is supposed to be of the nature of brilliance. So it is supposed to be radiant. Okay? That's why. So Ardram Yah Karinim. Karinim means the one who is very, very adorable, and the one who is very, very powerful, you can say. Karinim. Suvarnam. So Suvarna means golden color. Suvarnam Hema Malinim. So Hema itself means gold. And Suvarnam means it's actually gold color. So Suvarnam means gold, and Hema also means gold. So Hema Malinim, Suvarnam, of the nature of gold. So Adram Yakkarinim Yashtim Suvarnam Hema Malinim. Then Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmi. So Chandra also is given. See, Chandraha gives coolness. Correct. Chandra is required for coolness. If the planet is very, very hot, always hot, then we cannot survive in this universe. So you need the coolness in the night for the body to relax, for the other plants to survive. So there are many, many animals and living and other beings which are waiting for the night to fall, because they thrive only on this kind of environment. So the Bhagavan has got all this Srishti created, and he has given that, okay, let the human being thrive in the daytime and let them sleep in the night time. Correct. All the owl, etc., people are they sleep during daytime and they are awake at night time. Nowadays it has changed now, because now there are people sleeping in daytime and they are awake at night time. So they are called nocturnal people. Including the today's generation, people are nocturnal people, including my son. You'll see them waking at 3:30, they'll go to sleep. 3:30, 3:45, they'll go to sleep. Something will be there. WhatsApp chatting, something will be there. Light will be on, some program will be going on. Morning, when you say we go at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12:30, they'll get up from bed. Because for them, somehow the night seems to be more attractive than the daytime. So they become used to it. They cannot sleep during daytime. They just cannot sleep during night time. They are awake, and they will disturb everybody also. How everybody is very quiet. See these WhatsApp messages. Sometimes I was 11:30. You want to go to sleep? Somebody will say, somebody there in the group chat. How come everybody is so silent? Because he is awake. He wants to chat with everybody. Everybody is going to sleep. But there are other people like him who are interested. So they keep going on. Next day morning when you come, there are 400 messages up there. Because they have been chatting the whole night, they have been chatting 6 o'clock. So what it means is, like, the Chandra, it brings coolness, and coolness brings, calmness. And you feel energetic and you feel very light. Sun makes you tired. See, sun beating upon you, you feel more energy is gone, because energy is dispensed off, and then you feel tired. Whereas in the winter season, probably you can survive for long. Also, you can eat longer, you can eat more also. The more food is eaten during winter than summer. So this is, I don't, not nothing to do with this. But Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmi. It means what? Of the nature of Chandra, who is effulgence, who is brings coolness. this Lakshmi is being Jatavedum Avaha. So I'm also invoking the Lakshmi who is present in the moonlight, also the sunlight. In both of them, I want to invoke the Lakshmi. So Jatavedum Avaha. Then Tama Avaha. ताम आवह जात वेदो ताम आवह जात वेदो लक्ष्मी मनपगामिनी ताम आवह जात वेदो लक्ष्मी मनपगामिनी यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रबुधं गावो दास्यो स्वान् विन्धेयं पुरुषानहम् ताम आवह जातवेदो लक्ष्मी मनपगामिनी यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रबुधं गावो दास्यो स्वान् विन्धेयं पुरुषानहम्. So, he Jatavedaha, again, Avaha, Tam. So, Tam means again you. So, you please come. Agni Devane or Agni Devata, you please come. So, Tam Avaha. Avaha means you, I invoke in you, he, the Agni Devata. Who is it? Lakshmi. So, I'm invoking Lakshmi again, right? And why do we invoke this? Mana Abhagini. So, Abhagani means what? See, Gamati means go. And Abhagani means what? Let us not go. That is, you please don't go. Right? So, Gamanim, when you say here, that means Gamana means going. And here, the word A. So, Anabhagamini. It means what? Lakshmi, please do not go away from me. So, after having come to my house, I request you to stay in my house. I do not want you to leave my house. Right? So, who you are asking whom? You are asking Jataveda. You are asking, here Agni Deva, I am invoking you to take the message to Lakshmi that after she has come to my house, she should not leave me. Or I would prefer that Lakshmi stays with me all the time. Who likes to leave Lakshmi there? Correct. Somebody says, I don't want Lakshmi. And somebody says this. Lakshmi is always welcome. It depends upon the perspective of the person as to what Lakshmi they want. Somebody wants Lakshmi in form of money. Somebody wants Lakshmi in form of intelligence. Somebody wants, moksha, knowledge. So, depending on what they are interests are, Purushartha Nishchaya is there, they will invoke the Lakshmi in that form. So she says, whichever form I'm invoking, you please stay with me. Right? Then, Yasyam Hiranyam. Right? So, Hiranyam means what? Gold. So, Hiranyam means, let me be given, let me have a lot of gold. Hiranyam. So, gold means, the olden days, gold was the only thing. So, people have, even the king, they used to have gold coins. So, gold coins, this is written in the olden days. And the king also had only gold coins. They were trading only in gold coins. There's no rupee, no paper was there. It's all gold coins, 5 mudras, 6 mudras, something like this. So, they will exchange in the gold coins. So, that's why Hiranyam. Then, Gavaha, Gavo. So, Gavo means what? All sorts of, cows, sheep, etc. Right? All those things which are required for us to live. So, Gavo means the cow. Feel. Then dasyaha. So dasya means dasis. So they, what all things we ask, my God. So dasyaha means what? You also want people who can work under you. So you want people who can sweep the floor, who can do some work. So in the olden days, you had dasis. So they will come, they'll always be at the home with the person. So they'll take care of the children, they will take care of all the house, cook food. They are part of the family, but they are called dasis. So dasyaha, right? Then ashwan. So dasyo shwan should be broken into dasi, dasyaha, ashwan. So gavaha, hiranyam, dasyaha, ashwan. So horses, cattle. So cattle means what? All goats, or goat, sheep, cow, etc. So whatever is required to live. In the olden days, they had all sorts of things were there, and they even had donkey also. So a donkey also is required to travel because the horse cannot lift so much of weight. So the traveler will actually use the horse to go for riding. The donkey will go along with that for all the the things to be transported. So the gavaho includes all of them, all sorts of cattle which is required. So doesn't specifically say it is cow, but it can include all which is required. And dasya ashwan vindeyam purushanaham. So vindati means attain, or I should get vindati. So vindati what? So purushan aham. So purusha, see, purusha means people. So you need manpower also. If you look at the olden days, they are huge houses. And for such huge house, you need people to clean, to support, and to do household work also, right? So go out and bring rice, work in the field. The king will donate some, if the king is happy with the Brahmana, he will say, okay, you take this land. What will you do the land then? Someone has to go and till the land. So you need, cow. You need, buffalo, whatever is required. You need all those things, instruments. So you need people to work in the field. You need people to reap the harvest. You need, dasya or people to work in the house, support the women folk. You need ashwaha to travel. Right? And you need gold to live comfortably. See, all these things are being asked. So vindeyam purushan aham. So aham means what? Aham vindeyam means what? Give me. So you give me the people power, give me the dasi, give me ashwaha, give me gavaha, give me hiranyaha, and you stay with me. Don't go away from me. Manapa gamini. So do not go away. Let this not leave any of these things. Leave my house. Let this all stay with me. Siyam vasay me kule. So vasati me kule means what? Let this remain in my kulam for lifetime. So kulam means what? Entire kulam. So it is a generation, you can say. Right? So he is asking for the entire generation to be subhiksham, to be very happy. That's the meaning. Tama avah jata vedho lakshmi manapagamini yasyam hiranyam prabhudam gavo dasyo swan vindheyam purushanaham. Next, I think we have completed that particular section. The remaining ones are not chanted in the parampara. So the next one is, you go straight to number 26. Number 26 is Padma Priye Padmini, Padma Priye Padmini, Padmahaste, Padmapriye, Padmini, Padmahaste, Padmalaye, Padmatalayatakshi, Padmapriye, Padmini, Padmahaste, Padmalaye, Padmatalayatakshi, Vishwapriye, Vishnu, Manonukule, Vishwapriye, Vishnu, Manonukule, Tvatpada Padmam, Tvatpada Padmam, Mayi Sannidasva, Padmapriye, Padmini, Padmahaste, Padmalaye, Padmatalayatakshi, Vishwapriye, Vishnu Manonukule, Tvatpada Padmam Mayi Sannidasva. Padma Priye. So Priya means what? The one who likes. So the one, or Hey Mahalakshmi, the one who loves the lotus, because she's always seen adorned in the lotus mala or sitting on the lotus. So Padma Priye. Padmini. So Padmini means the one who is as attractive as the lotus flower. Padmini. Padmahaste. The one, hasta means the palm. Hasta. And Padmahasta means the one who has got lotus in the hand. So this is all Saguna Brahma Upasanam, or imagining how the Lakshmi will be. So when you chant the mantra, you actually imagine the Lakshmi to be like this. The one who likes the lotus, the one who is sitting on the lotus, the one who has got lotus in the hand, Padmahaste. Then Padmalaye, right? So the Alayam means what? The one who is residing in the lotus. So the one who is loving the lotus, the one who is residing on the lotus, the one who has got lotus in the hand, and also the one who is present in the lotus itself, the essence. So Padmalayaha, right? Then Ayuda Akshihi. See, Padmalaye, Padma, Ayuda Akshi. Ayuda Akshi means what? The one, Akshi means eyes. So the one who has got lotus eyes. So lotus eyes means attractive eyes. So Akshihi. So Padma Talaya Takshi. Say Padma Tala Ayuda Akshi. So Padma Tala means what? The one who is of the nature of Padma. Akshihi, the one who has got lotus eyes, is called Padma Talaya Takshi. Then Vishwapriye. So the Vishwapriye means what? The one who is loved by you in the entire world. Vishwapriye. Or the one who is present as the essence or the power in the entire universe, Vishwapriye. Vishnu Manaha Anukulaha. So Vishnu Manaha, Vishnu is the husband of Mahalakshmi. And Manaha means what? The one who is present in the heart of Vishnu. Anukula means what? Favorable. So Anukula means the one which Vishnu loves. He is present. Srivatsanga Vakshitam, right? Srivatsa Angaha. So Srivatsam means what? The one who is present as the Srihi in Angaha. Right? So in Vishnu Sahasranam also you see this thing. So Anukule. So Vishwapriye Vishnu Manaha Anukule Tvatpada. So Tvat means yours and Pada means your feet. Right? Mai means me. Sannidasva. So feet, lotus feet, let the lotus feet will always be on me. That means what? You are always bowing and the lotus feet is always being blessed by the Bhagavan. So it means what? Let your Ashirvadam be with us. And how it is Padma Priye, Padmini, Padmahaste, Padmalaye, Padma Talayatakshi, Vishwapriye, Vishnu, Manaha Anukule Tvatpada Padmam Mai Sannidasva. We'll take just one more minute to complete it. I know it's time for you, but we'll finish this so that we can decide when we have next class. The next one is the verse number 35. 35. This everybody knows because any Vadyar who comes to your house, he will, after ordering all the pujas, this is chanted. Shri Varchasvamayushya, Shri Varchasyamayushya, Marogyam, Mavidha, Shobhamanam, Mahiyate, Dhanyam, Dhanam, Ashum, Bahuputra Labam, Shatasamvatsaram, Dirgamayuhu. So, let this Mahalakshmi give you Varchas, means Tejas, Varchas. Ayushyam, long life. Arogyam, Marogyam, right? Then, Shobhamanam Mahiyate. So, let this Mahalakshmi give you good strength, good lifestyle, and let the good fortune keep blowing. Mahiyate. Then Dhanyam Dhanam. So Dhanyam means what all the food grains. So it doesn't call rice. Dhanyam means any Dhanyam which is there. Dhanyam. Dhanam means wealth. Pashum. So Pashu means all, include everything. All sorts of cattle. Bahu Putra Labam. Not one. So Bahu Putra means Bahu means many. Putra Labangal. So let me blessed with many children, not just one children. Bahuputra Labam, Shatam, 100. Samvatsaram. Right? So Shatam Samvatsaram means 100 years. Dirgam Ayuhu. So let me blessed with 100 plus years. Dirgam means long life. Ayuhu. So let me bless you Varchasvam, Ayushyam, Arogyam, Shobhamanam, Mahiyate, Dhanyam, Dhanam, Pashum, Bahu, Putra Labam, Shatam, Samvatsaram, Dirgamayuhu. So let me be a complete prayer. So you're asking for everything, then you're asking for long life also. So you want to, what will you do with all the wealth? You have to live long. You need to have a healthy body also, right? And you need blessing also, right? So he's asking for everything and it's a complete prayer. So Sri Suktam, with this is completed. I hope you enjoyed this Sri Suktam. Right? Murthy, if you want, you can go. So we are going to take a break in this class because next week I know that most people are going away. I think there's a Christmas break, there's a holiday there. So I will probably take a break as well from this class. And when we rejoin, we will actually take up on the Suktam. Most likely it will be, we may do Ganapati Atharvasisham or we'll do Bhagya Suktam. One of them will do. So I haven't decided which one to teach, but it will be either mostly Atharvasisham will do and then we'll do Bhagya Suktam after that. Any questions from today's class? Anyone has got anything to ask or all clear? Ramyaji, everything is okay? So we are going to take a break, okay, for just from 24th December till the 3rd January or 4th January. We'll take a break.
All classes.
And then like use the time actually to revise what you learned, chant. Say I taught you Mida Suktam, Purusha Suktam, Narana Suktam, Durga Suktam, Sri Suktam. All these things have been chanted in this class, in the last so many Sukta Sangraha. So you've got plenty to revise and to look at the notes, the meanings, etc., to contemplate on what has been there. So when you come back after that, we will revisit some of the suktam. We'll just chant quickly, and then we'll go actually to the next mantra. I'll announce you in the class which one I'll take subsequently. Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Tatsat. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Namaste.
Shankar ji, ஒரு question.
சொல்லுங்க.
இது 15 அந்த 16 எல்லாம் படிக்க கூடாதா இல்ல generally we don't read or
it's actually Falashruti. We don't read that. See, the essence of the Sri Suktam is over from up to that. So generally in our tradition, it's not chanted. It's not chanted. Some I think Vaishnavas chant, but in our Gurukulam etc. we do not teach this particular section there. Most of the chanting Vedic mantras completes up to that. Then the last, this 26 and the 35 I told you, right? Those mantras.
yes ji. அப்ப விஷ்ணு சஹஸ்ரநாமலயும் பலஸ்ருதி வருது, அதுவும் படிக்க கூடாதா?
படிக்கலாம். But this la vandu Vishnu Sahasranama, the Falashruti generally we don't teach, we don't chant.
Okay.
See, if you look at here also, Ashwadayi, Godayi, Dhanadayi, Mahadani, Dhanamme, Jushatam Devi, Sarva Kamasya Dehi me. Same thing is asked. Ashwada, Goda, Dhanadayi, same thing is again asked again. So we don't ask. It's been asked in the end what complete prayer, right? See, Vartasya Mayushyam Arogyam Avidam Shukmanam Mahite Dhanyam Dhanam Pashun Bahuputra Labham Shatam Samvatsaram Dirghamayuhu. So you are asking for everything there. So all the previous things are already negative. So you don't need to ask anything more. Right?
Okay.
100 years, asking for cattle, gold, food, everything you're asking for. Then there's no need to ask one by one. Give me cattle, give me horse, give me this, give me that. So all these things are actually asking one individual item. See, Putra, Pautra, Dhanam, Dhanyam, Hastam, Radham, Rajanam, Mata. All these things are being asked. Give me mother, give me father, give me. So we don't actually need all those things. That's why you are going to completely follow.
இல்ல அப்போ சில பாட்டு மட்டும் சொல்லலாமா?
Whatever I taught you in the class now, that is what is chanted traditionally. You chant that first.
Okay. Okay.
The text I gave you, the text is actually compressing only of that one. So it doesn't have.
இல்ல actually 24 ல ஏதோ ஒரு பாட்டு சொன்னீங்க, அது இல்லையே நீங்க கொடுத்ததுல.
There should be there. 24 will be there. See, that one is.
இல்ல what
26 will be there.
26 இல்ல, இதுல வேற ஏதோ இருக்கு நீங்க கொடுத்ததுல. ஓம் மகாதேவ்யை அப்படின்னு இருக்கு.
That is different. That's a concluding mantra.
Okay. இல்ல 26 என்னோட இதுல இல்ல. Up to 15 it is there.
Send me what you have got. I'll have a look.
Okay ji, sure.
Okay.
Yes ji, thank you.
Namaste.